Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce this morning's speakers, Hughes and Ayla Koch from the College of Southern Nevada. And I'm going to read you a short bio on each of them. Dr. Hughes is a professor in the Department of Business at the College of CSN and co-chair of the institution's AI task force, which she spearheaded. She served on the Nevada Department of Education AI Steering Committee and has co-presented at the Teaching and Learning with AI conference. Marianne speaks on a range of AI topics, including AI safety, detection, ethics, and integration in education. Ayla Koch is a professor of math at CSN in Las Vegas and co-chair of the college's AI task force. She's passionate about the role of AI in education. Sorry, I lost my place. And the potential it has to support both educators and students. She speaks on a variety of topics, including practical applications of AI and its ethical and safe use. Her goal is to open the door for honest conversations about AI, acknowledging both the unprecedented challenge it brings to education and the exciting possibilities it creates. And with that, I will hand this over to Marianne and Ayla to talk to us today about AI red flags, spotting AI generated writing and images.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you, Cheryl.
All right.
All right.
I have sharing possibilities. Excellent.
All right. I just dropped a link to our presentation in the chat because our presentation is a website. So feel free to follow along.
Is it showing up on the screen?
It's trying.
Okay. We have to stay a certain level of zoomed in because when I go one zoom out, then this we're gonna change platforms soon. We're on Google Sites because it's free and easy, but it's also troubled.
It's also free and
it's also free and troubled.
Yes.
But the whole you got the link in there?
Yes.
The whole presentation itself is a website. Thanks for being here this morning to listen to me and Marianne blabber on about AI and recognizing AI. Some quick introductions. This is a lot more funny when we do this in Florida and we say, we're from this little city right here in Nevada. You probably haven't heard of it. We're from Las Vegas. We're from CSN in Las Vegas, Nevada. This was us at graduation last year. Marianne, do you want to say anything about yourself besides
Here I am, professor of business at CSN and all things AI.
Yeah.
My wheelhouse, all things AI. So yeah.
And I'm a professor of math and my name is Ayla Koch. And also very much into a different side of AI than I think Marianne is, but I've been real into the mathematics behind AI. Haven't presented on that, but I have some ideas in the works for that. What are we going to do today, Marianne?
Ooh, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about how you spot AI. How do you see it when you're looking at content and you're like, I wonder if a human wrote this or I wonder if AI wrote this, because it's getting harder to distinguish between the two. And I guarantee you that a lot of what you look at is probably AI generated at this point.
Not to mention just training your brain to say the sentence, is this human or AI?
Yes.
Which I think is a big thing. Training your brain to recognize that not everything is written by humans, and that's not necessarily problematic in itself, but it is something we should be able to recognize because it comes with some unintended consequences. This is a QR code if you want to bring it up on your phone. It won't display very well on phones, but you are more than welcome to scan this QR code right here, and it will bring you to this website, the same one that's in the link.
Right.
Quickly, what the presentation is not.
Yes, what it's not. We're not here to tell you how to catch cheaters. That's not why we're talking to you about how to spot AI content. So if you're here because you're like, yay, I'm going to know how to spot it so I can catch the cheaters, sorry, that's not why we're having that discussion with you. I love Ayla's spidey sense. Like, she's like, yeah, you need a spidey sense for when something might not be right. And that's because we need to know if what we're seeing and what we're consuming, not necessarily if it's real, if it's human, is it accurate, right? Because we're all looking at AI stuff right now and you want to know, is this real? Is this
it accurate?
Because we
Because
know
while
AI
humans
isn't
can
always
be
accurate.
inaccurate, it takes more effort for a human to write something that's inaccurate than it takes for a human to generate something with AI that's inaccurate. It's quick, it's easy, and it's proliferated across every type of media that we have. So we'll go forward then to the why
Why?
care? Why
Why?
care? Um,
Why?
because it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Do
And
you
again, if
get
we
your
weren't
news online?
right, yeah, for everybody that gets their news online, oh, this is Zoom. I don't know where all the little reactions are. So if you get your news online, the majority of your news online, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. I want to see how many little thumbs up shows up. Nobody? Oh,
Did it do
see, you
it?
guys use the reactions. Yeah, see, I get my stuff on there. Yeah,
Oh, it didn't do it. It's not
I
automatically
didn't
getting
do
them.
it. Ah, all right.
Uh,
No fun. No fun. I tried
AI adoption is everywhere. And
everywhere.
I mean, it's it's getting to the point, especially as you start to recognize the kind of voice that AI has, you'll start to see that even in respected journalist outlets that you start to say like I think there's a core of AI at the heart of this article. And you'll start to see it in the structure, in the verbiage. Now, AI was trained on humans, and that means that yes, it does things that are already human that a journalist already might have done. But we're seeing this AI writing everywhere. It's important to be able to recognize it because you don't know if something produced by AI has accurate or inaccurate information.
Correct.
Impersonation, that's a big one. I would say my most interesting one that I've seen was Reddit. I had read an article recently talking about Reddit and how proliferated with AI generated content it has become in the comment sections in particular. And one of the things you can do to recognize in Reddit comments. Well, I guess we'll get to there when we get to the writing things.
Yes.
But you're seeing it
But
in
yes.
comments online too. So you can't even trust what you're seeing on what you think are human forums. It's in articles, it's being used on forums, it's being used in every way possible. And
Yes.
the big issue,
It's not accurate.
there
It is
isn't.
not 100% accurate. So these are accuracy rates for some of our favorite LLMs there. So again, the reason why you want to know if what you're reading or what you're seeing is from AI is because it's not entirely accurate.
It's not entirely accurate, and some websites are being
Yes.
entirely run by AI. Entirely
Yes.
run. So that means that humans aren't looking over these articles before they're being produced at all. There's no fact-checking human aspect of it. There's a lot of websites running like this because it's cheap and easy to do, and it does generate money. You might be like, well, why would nobody would go out and make like a fake website for the funsies of it? No, they are getting ad revenue off of these fake websites.
Yes.
They are getting ad revenue off of these fake websites that are portraying themselves as a legitimate source, which then, fun fact, AI will then use that website that it generated itself as a source in later content it produces for other people. So it's all a great giant circular reporting nonsense.
Right. Right.
Um, Google doesn't filter it out. Google
Right.
Google will put it as a top search result.
Yes. And I'm sure you've all noticed that by now, right? Is that you go and you do a Google search and the very first hit that comes up is Gemini telling you what it found,
which is
right?
inaccurate a scary percentage of the time.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this was fun.
This was fun.
This was fun. So when Ayla and I were doing this presentation, I wanted a stat about like AI in journalism and how much like was being used and what it was. I was like, hey, I found this really cool website. You're not going to believe this.
It has
And
the graph we need.
it has the graph we need. It has the data we need. And she pulls it up. She was like, you know, this website's AI. And I was like, what? Wait. And then we started looking at it and it was so problematic.
It's incredibly problematic. So first of all, this graph right here, this is the kind of graphs that ChatGPT will produce for you. Just so if you see a graph that looks, it's this kind of font, these kind of like the overlay bar graphs that look like this with the diagonal little labels on the x-axis down here. This is what an AI generated graph looks like.
Yeah.
And so that was what first I saw this graph and I'm like, oh, that graph was 100% generated by ChatGPT. So like now I'm a little skeptical about
Right.
anything else.
So spidey senses are going, right? But then it was this stat, this number 2, right? I was like, ooh, that's a great stat.
And
But
it has a source.
it has a source. I was super excited, right? Yay.
Keep
And
in mind, object number one has no source.
object one has no source. The other ones have sources. I was like, yay, it has a source. So then I went, but there were no references for said source.
There
So
was
it
no
had
reference section at the end. This is just
no
an
reference, just
in
in
text
text
citation,
citations, but no references.
right?
So then
We
we went
did
and
find
looked.
what we believe the AI got it from.
Right. So I searched for that citation, did a Google search for it, and we found the closest thing to it we could find. Right. And if you look at this is not the same information. This is not 57% of outlets are using AI.
This
This is
is
a
support or oppose news and
publishers being
media publishers being
compensated.
compensated when their content is used to train artificial intelligence. And we could not find a single statistic that was even close to what
Right.
was being portrayed here.
Right.
Um,
So
so
be careful.
be careful. This was top of the Google. This was top. Well, it was also an SEO. It's a search engine optimization company, and so it makes sense that they showed up at the top of the search engine results because they are a search engine optimization company. But with these nonsense articles,
Absolutely.
another issue,
Bias.
bias. Um, Bias in AI is a big issue. If you know something's generated by AI, you have to understand that it has a bias in some way, shape, or form. AI is trained on human language, and humans are biased. And it's also taught. It's taught on. I mean, it's taught on everything that we as humans observe and use to train our own brains. But when it comes across in the computer, when it's digested by the computer and then output, it can be a little problematic. So there was Apple's Image Playground. You could put this was an AI thing where you put an image of yourself in, and then you could like type a thing, and it would have you doing that thing. It would like make an avatar of you doing that thing. So this guy put his picture in, and these were the results for skiing. Um, and then he did basketball, and these were the results for basketball with the same picture as
Yes.
input.
Same exact picture. Same
Uh,
exact picture.
this shows, I think, visually that bias a little bit better than you can see it in words. But if you can
Yes.
understand that the bias is here in the images, the bias is also in those underlying models in the way that they're trained on text as well. It's important to understand these things.
Yes.
And
So
at the end of the day,
yes, at the end of the day. And what we're trying to get at here is that we're all looking at content. You are asking students to go out and do research. And we do research. We want to know if it's accurate. Is it even usable at this point? Or is it just what Ayla and I like to call AI slop or garbage? So it's important that we're able to recognize these things and fact check these things because not everything that we're seeing is accurate.
I think knowing when to fact check, knowing
Right,
that like, hey, this heavily looks like it's AI, time to fact check it.
right.
Um, that would be
Time to dig a little deeper.
right. And then with images, I think it's the most insidious because they've gotten really, really good. But it's
Oh
really
gosh,
important to
yes.
understand that not everything you see is real, and in this day and age, genuinely not videos, not images, nothing you know. But we will show
Right.
you things to look for if you think an image like, huh, I wonder if that's a real image. We'll tell you the things to look for later on the image red flags. We'll start with writing red flags though.
Yes. Writing.
All right.
Right.
Tone.
Tone. Yeah. Tone. Yeah. Humans. Humans use things like sure as hell, right? Like AI
Like the
doesn't do that,
lab rats we are.
right? We are lab rats. And I'm gonna call BS on something, right? Like that's it's very conversational with chat GPT or any other LLM. It's colder.
It's a colder type of text. Additionally, it it uh it oh, what's the word I'm looking for? it sounds very sterile. It has like a sterile
Yes.
sound to it.
Yes.
Um, and
You don't get the colloquialisms that we use. You don't get just
but
kind of the nuances that we use in our language.
it's also getting better at that at
Oh, oh,
times. There's times
yeah,
where it gets, if a person has prompted it well, it does better. But it's still very rarely are you going to see anything AI generated that looks anything like this, just because it is very difficult to get the computer to talk with colloquialisms. It will, but it kind of comes off not natural.
right.
Um,
Oh, Delve. You guys have all heard of Delve, right? Please tell me yes. Yes. I can't see anybody, so give me a thumbs up if everybody has heard of Delve. Is Delve just showing up in all of your things these days? It's obnoxious. Yes? Yes.
OpenAI released ChatGPT to the public at the end of 2022. And this is the number of papers, academic papers, with Delve in the title or abstract. And we can see a large jump from 2022, 2023, when people realized that the word Delve was being overused and they cut back on the word Delve. But it's being used in academic papers. It's actually, there's a lot of very interesting things happening with AI in academic papers right now. But there are words that AI uses more than humans typically use it, right? You could see the word delve was used. It wasn't that it wasn't used, but the difference, right? How much does AI use it? This much,
Right.
right?
That much.
This much.
Yeah. A lot.
We call them corporate filler words.
And I love that we call them this because these are words that absolutely belong in corporate mission statements. I come from a business background. I can tell you this. These are all corporate mission statement words. We say these
Leverage,
things, right? I
rich,
want to just resonate with you.
multifaceted.
Multifaceted, right? Navigate. Let's navigate this. Yeah, yeah. Does it sound cheesy?
There's a link here for you to go and explore other common
Oh
AI words.
yes, please do
Um,
because they're fun.
They're fun. They're fun, and you'll start to see them. There's also common generative AI phrases. So these are used more frequently in AI generated text than they are used in human writing, typically. Provide a valuable insight.
Yes.
Uh, I think like where's the one that I see? Oh, I don't have it listed here. Play a significant role is a big one, though. Play a significant role in shaping is a big
Mm-hmm.
one that I see.
Mm-hmm.
Unwavering commitment.
Yes.
So a few of these are, play a crucial role. And it all, again, has that kind of like corporate mission statement
Yes.
type of sound to it.
Yes.
The words are a lot more sophisticated than words we would typically use in sentences, much like corporate mission statements. There's a link here for a full list of common ChatGPT phrases, and then a ChatGPTism detector, which I'm not sure if this one is still active, but it was for a little bit. The sentence structures are what really I think is the big one for me. There's words and you can hear the words navigate. When I see navigate a lot, or some of those mission statement words, those kind of stick out to me. They make my spidey sense feel a little bit, but the sentence structures are what my spidey sense just blares at. And this one
Yes.
in particular, oh my goodness. Once you
Yes.
see this one,
It's hard to
it,
unsee it.
it's
Yes. Yes.
it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Right.
By blank, you can blank. By using controls, you reduce the footprint. By following best practices, faculty can harness the benefits. By staying informed, you can adjust your practices. This happens all the time in AI generated writing, that particular structure.
Mm-hmm.
Happens in regular writing, but it happens a lot in AI writing. It happens so much in AI writing that I would urge you, if you are a writer, to not use that sentence structure because it makes you look like AI.
Yes.
And neither here nor there, whether you like that or not, it just does. To people like me who know the sentence structures, I see that and now I have to think to myself, okay, let's pay extra attention to the rest. Let's make
Right.
sure that the rest doesn't sound like AI.
Yes.
Um, Not only, but
No.
also,
Not only. Yes. Not only this, but this
but
other thing right
also.
here. Absolutely.
Not only
Absolutely.
enhance, but also open doors. Not only fails, but also penalizes. Not only further his building and problem solving skills, but also gently introduces teamwork. That not only, but also along with by blank, you can blank. It's that very like persuasive voice. AI in its default has a very persuasive voice as if it's writing a persuasive essay. Almost always. It has a voice like it's trying to convince you of something, even if there's nothing to convince you of. That's just its
Yes.
default.
Yes, absolutely. It absolutely does that. Oh, yes. The bold headings, the numbered list, bulleted list, it does this all the time. Random bold words too, but
Random bolded words, which is something we really could put in here because random bolded
yes,
words is one that shows up a lot.
yes,
Um,
random bold
but
words.
this structure of like a bulleted or numbered list with a bolded heading topic and
Yes,
then a colon and then unbolded rest of it, AI loves to do that. Again, humans do too. Humans do too. It's not unheard of, but AI loves
right.
to do
AI
it.
does that more than humans do that.
And it doesn't organize the information nicely. It does.
Yes,
It does.
it
But it
does.
is a sign of AI writing. Along with that, another structure that we see
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah. Section headings, bold section headings. It sections everything out for you, gives you bold headings,
paragraph,
which
heading,
is, yeah.
paragraph.
Oh,
Um,
and my favorite though, the excessive
oh, this, yeah,
are
the
my favorite.
excessive triplets. It likes to make liberal use of the rule of three. So
Right,
when when AI is describing something or given an opportunity to put multiple of something in, it will try to, and it will put three. It will almost always pick three. It will almost never pick four, or more. Like it'll always pick three. And oftentimes these are in scenarios where one would have sufficed.
right.
It's kind of like almost like when you're BSing a paper and trying to make it longer. That's what AI is real
Right,
good at, right? Like, let's put
right,
some extra words in here to lengthen the sentence.
right. Yeah,
But like,
yeah, I told Ayla, I said, I think it was trained on the 5 paragraph essay, right? Because like a 5 paragraph essay, right? You have an introduction, you have 3 body paragraphs, you have a conclusion, right? Well, those 3 body paragraphs need a thing. So here's my thing. So yeah, excessive use of triplets.
excessive. You can see it in these paragraphs. These were just random paragraphs that I generated. I told it like, give me a paragraph that was like 100 words long or whatever it was about blank. I didn't tell it to use triplets. I just told it to write a short paragraph about blank. And you can see just in its just general outputting, it loves to do it. It loves that rule of three.
Oh
This
yeah,
one, repetitive phrasing. If you put something into a prompt, when you tell ChatGPT to do something, like if you said write an essay on online education, like you see over here, um, it will take words in your prompt and make sure those words show up over and over and over and over again in the output that it generates. Um, so you'll see kind of like repetitive phrasing or almost like odd phrasing, like why would you use that phrase like that? Um,
right,
because it came from the prompt itself. Um,
right. So be careful what you ask for.
yeah, yeah. Be very clear in your language. And I mean, edit stuff. Know that these things make it look like AI and then edit so that none of your writing naturally looks like AI. Vagueness.
Vague. Oh yes, very vague. It is very vague. And this is something I've tried to explain to my students, and it's usually how I catch them. And I know this isn't about catching, but whenever you see writing that just talks about the surface of a topic, maybe you've asked for some very specific things. Like I'm just talking about the surface and I don't actually answer the question. Like I don't give you enough details. That's AI. Like like this example here about the barista tips. It's so generic.
The right amount of coffee grounds.
Right. Like a
The
real barista would
ideal
tell you
temperature.
exactly how much.
If you say surface level, yeah, it's that surface level.
Right. Very surface.
If I asked a human to explain to me how to make a good espresso drink and they were skilled at making espresso, they would not tell me this. This is not what they would say to me. They would say, okay, you're gonna need, 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds. It needs to be heated to whatever, how many
This
degrees it needs to be heated.
temperature.
Right.
Right.
They're gonna tell you those exact details. I think at this point, most people have know this one, have seen this one. It's the big giveaway for most of us. English people out there hate that this happened, but it did. the M dash, a correctly used M dash.
Yes.
Um, ChatGPT always correctly uses the M dash. Even if you tell ChatGPT not to use M dashes, it will continue to use M dashes because then if you tell it not to use an M dash, it sees the word M dash and then it just likes to put them in. Um, Humans typically will use like the dash key, right?
Right.
Like the minus sign. And that's what we use when we're typing generally, unless you know the alt code for an M dash or you're working in Microsoft Word. This right here is what it in Reddit posts, in Reddit comments, is a big giveaway. In on Reddit, there's no natural text editor way to add an M dash without copying and pasting the M dash from elsewhere or using an alt code on your keyboard to enter the M dash, which nobody's doing. And so comments on Reddit, if you're browsing through Reddit, looking at their comments or even their posts, and you see M dashes, you should have a moment of pause. You should absolutely have a moment of pause because it's not easy to get an M dash into Reddit. You have to go out of your way to get an M dash into Reddit, which typically comes in the form of copying and pasting it from ChatGPT.
Yes. All
I
right.
have also seen mine. It's a for a while it wouldn't put spaces here. Journalistically, you can do either. You can have it close to the words or you can put a space on either side. Mine recently moved to putting a space on either side as a fun note. Don't know why, just did.
All right.
All right. Do we want to do the AI do we want to do the text one or do we want to go to the images?
Let's go to images,
Okay.
considering it's 10:30.
Feel free on your own to go through these writing exercises. It's just a lot of reading. And there's an answer key down at the bottom to tell you which is which. So on your own time, feel free to do that. We'll move on to the image red flags so that we're able to get through that. And we'll do the image quiz because that's a lot easier and more fun to do
And
during
it's
the
more fun.
presentation. It's a
It's a
lot more
lot
fun.
more fun.
All right.
So
If you have not already browsed an AI generated image gallery,
please
it is
do.
time to open up your browser and go just browsy browse an AI generated image gallery. By your brain just looking, so it looks like this. You'll see like it just, I took a screenshot of this link here. It's just all these are AI generated images. Um, Give your brain that data. Give your brain the data of what AI generated images look like. Observe and absorb as much as possible so that your brain starts to recognize the style. Some things to look for.
Yes. Things to look for.
Weird hands.
Fingers and hands.
It's
AI,
gotten better.
it has gotten better, but it has a very hard time with hands and fingers. And, if you know anything about like cartoon history, there's a reason why cartoon characters wore gloves for a very long time because fingers are hard. So, AI is learning fingers and hands. So give it some space there.
This
Um,
is true in art as well, AI generated
yes.
art. It has trouble with fingers in art and in photographs. It's gotten better, but it's still not perfect. And that's the number one place that like I look for first if I'm trying to figure out if it's right. I look at the hands, count the fingers.
Yep. Oh,
Defying the
yes.
laws of physics.
I love these. These are my favorite because I'm like, what is
Where
going on?
is she?
Where is she sitting? Like, I don't know where she's
This
sitting.
is a two-row roller coaster.
Right.
He's clearly in front of him. Where is
But
she sitting? What?
wait, and where did the track go? Like, I don't
This
even,
wheel is not on anything.
right. It's not, they're just flying through the air. I don't know. It's crazy.
But man, how realistic does that look?
Yep. It's crazy.
Similar facial expressions for the people in the image.
Yes.
Um, Go ahead and tell the story of this one.
Oh, well, we got to further down, don't we? Where
Oh,
it's
do
like things
we?
that don't make sense.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we'll talk about it later down then. You can see on this image the expressions of the people are all similar. That smile in this guy, that's all similar. The kid's smile here, all very similar.
All the
This
same.
image here, all very similar. What's
Right.
going on in the back there? That's terrifying. Um, I never noticed that one before.
Right.
Uh, creepy. This has to do with the way that that AI generates images, it does tend to do this kind of like almost fractal like thing where it's, it's taking something it's already done and it's replicating it. So that you end up with these similar looking faces, similar looking expressions. It's harder to generate images where you have two people with different looking expressions. Not impossible, just harder.
Right. Just right.
I see
Everybody.
this in ads a lot. I've noticed there's a lot of ads that I've seen where this is obviously the case where the people's faces have similar expressions on them.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
All
The
right.
real Ayla and fake Ayla.
This is me. I wanted a headshot, but I didn't want to like go take a headshot. So I was curious if maybe AI could do it for me. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see if it could. And it gave me this, which she's beautiful. She's just not me. This is you can see the texture in my skin. I have some forehead wrinkles, and it gave me some forehead wrinkles there. But you can see this like almost like plasticky type skin with this like very soft lighting that's evenly distributed through my face right here, right? Like the lighting here, you can see it's more light here. It's kind of like weird, like this is much more softly lit, and perfectly lit. The other place that you can sometimes see that well, I guess my smile looks pretty wide here. You can sometimes see in the ends of their smiles that they kind of extend a little too far back and they don't look quite right. You can also look down here sometimes at the between their bottom of their top teeth and their lip because weird things happen in that mouth space. I learned recently.
It's weird.
Just
It's so weird. More
being
plasticky skin. More
Photoshop plastic.
right. Lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this image with all of the regalia. This image I found when Ayla and I were at graduation because I always forget what the colors are. So I wanted to look up what the colors were and what they meant and what school. And so I look it up and there is this website. And this website is explaining all of the colors. And this was the image on the website. And if you notice, like there are arms coming out of chests. I don't even know what's going
Her
on.
arm is then part of her arm.
Right. Like I don't even know what that is. And then this is a website that's supposed to be discussing the colors for regalia. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know there was an ombre blue green color for anything.
He's wearing a
So
mortarboard with his PhD robes.
like I did just weird. That entire website was like AI generated garbage. It was absolute garbage. It just it's awful. But
And you
this is
see
what's
it in the
happening.
details.
This is why we're here. This is why we want to talk about this because you need to be able to recognize it and say, yeah, that's not right.
Speaking of other weird details I see in this image, no,
Oh, there's
like
so
notice that there's like this window, like randomly this one is like a triple window with a very small window. Like this is it, it's like this inconsistency in the architecture back here. Look in the background of these things. Always look in the background. Those small details in the background, they'll stand out to you. Looking for consistency in pillars and stuff.
oh yes.
Oh, and then Legos.
Legos,
Legos don't work like this. I don't know if you've ever used Legos before, but they don't work like this.
right?
They don't cut the Lego pieces in half.
Nope.
That's an illegal Lego move. So
They
I
don't.
would know. My 4-year-old's very into Legos.
I am
Um,
very into Legos.
this one here, uh,
Yeah. Two
there's like
suns, or is it a
two
sun and
suns
a moon? I don't know what it
or a
is.
sun and a moon. Either way, it makes no sense. Why is there two of them?
Right?
Um, and even if it's the sun and the moon, it still doesn't like. Why is it dark then? If the sun's out, why is it dark? Um, Stairs to the window.
Yeah. Weird, weird. Garbled words. These are my favorites. I love the garbled words.
This one has no house. No, there's no doors or windows on this.
Right. I
Uh,
like the garbled words.
the garbled
They're
words.
funny.
Garbled words. Um, it took going through this presentation several times before someone had pointed out that I spelled this word wrong. Did I fix it right? Is that how you spell garbled? I hope I fixed it.
So.
I had it spelled wrong at some point. Somebody's nodding their head. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. Spelled garbled wrong, and somebody pointed out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've given this presentation like 4 times and no one pointed that out. How embarrassing.
Yes.
But look at whenever you see words in an image, look to make sure they're not nonsense or kind of blurry. You can see like school,
Right.
bus.
Right.
those inconsistencies in words. This one is pretty unique to ChatGPT. Um, and there's a few philosophies out there on how this ended up happening because ChatGPT didn't used to do this, but now ChatGPT does this a lot. And it especially does it in art and in posters. If you try to generate a poster or artwork, like cartoons, it'll give it this sepia filter. It is kind of yellowy. Why does it have a yellow tint? It's this yellowy type tint to things. Um, it happens a lot in the art. That's one of
Right.
my first things I see when it has a yellow tint. I'm like, I don't think a human did that. Don't think a human did that. Right here, you can see that yellowy tint. Even in this image here, I know it's a lot harder to see, but this isn't like if you compare like this is white right back here, right? To like this right here, like you can still see, and you can see in
The
just a
tone
little
of
bit on
people's
those
skin.
faces,
Right.
right? That it's just a tiny bit yellower than it should be.
Right.
Okay,
All right, let's go play.
let's go play. Let's
All
go
right.
look for things.
All right.
We're gonna
So
play the game.
we're going to play the game. So what we're asking you to do is look at the image and tell us, is the image real or is it AI?
That's the game. Is it
That's
real
the
or is
game.
it AI? And I wonder if I have to zoom out here. Let's see.
So why don't you guys tell us in the chat if you think this image is real or if it's AI? Everybody's saying it's AI.
When we first saw this image, it was zoomed out a lot further.
Right.
Um,
Got a few reels in there. But for the most part, I think everybody thinks it's AI.
and dun dun
And
dun dun. It's
it is
AI.
AI.
It's AI. So a few things. This guy, he has a third hand.
Like
Also, well, I guess this hand could be hidden here. His eyes are a little weird. Look at those faces. Look at those smiles.
all the smile, all the same.
Yep. And the eyes are just weird. Like they're just really weird eyes, like almost demony type eyes.
Right.
What got us, what our giveaway was, the thing that me and Marianne saw first was the third arm.
Lamp coming out of the picture. Yeah.
Yep.
Lamp coming out of the picture. But yeah, it was the third arm for us.
Yep.
He does have, it is Finding Waldo. His hands are glasses, right? Like it's just a lot of crazy stuff. Like when you start to really look at it, you're like, oh, and this is why we want you to look, right?
Right.
Because then you're more likely to see. All right. All right. So this one, is it real or is
Or
it
is it
AI?
AI? Take a moment. I can't see the chat, by the way, Marianne. You
That's
can,
okay.
can't
I'm
you?
watching. I'm watching. I'm watching. So far, we got a lot of reels here. Oh, somebody said it's yellowish. Real, real, real. Every now and then we get an AI. Somebody says, I don't know. I don't know.
Should we reveal?
All right, let's reveal.
It's real. This one's real. This there's a lot of things
Oh,
I would what
so somebody's like, I don't know where this would be in Vegas. So here's the thing, is this picture's like from the 70s.
mhm,
We purposely went to go find something that was very old and had a lot of words on it because this presentation actually used to take a real picture and then we'd throw it through AI when we'd have people compare the two and tell us which one was AI and which one. Um,
was
and this
real.
one was really interesting on the AI side, but this is real.
This one's real. Um,
It's just old. Yes, signs are
it's
spelled correctly.
exactly. Those are the things I'm looking for. If I'm looking at this, if I'm looking for these things, I'm looking at, especially when there's obstructions in the middle of words, does the word continue seamlessly in the behind? Like motel continuing
Right.
seamlessly here probably wouldn't happen with AI. These signs, seasons,
Bolts are
greetings.
yellowish.
This like the
Yes.
book continues nicely after here. There's consistency in the light poles because stringy things tend to get weird. Stringy like rope or light poles,
Right.
fences, stringy things. And you can see consistency in these. When one goes up, it comes over, it ends. There's nothing weird happening there. Those are the things I'd be looking for in a photo like this.
Right. So yes. All right. Next. Real or AI? So far, everybody's saying real. Real, real, real. Everybody's saying real. Not a single AI on this one. All right.
Okay. Well, it is. It is real.
It's real.
This one, like, it's funny that people get this more right than when we show the AI one next to it, because people would
Right,
get it wrong when we show the AI right next to it.
right,
Um, Maybe what the giveaway is, like, these faces are different and it's really hard to do that. They're
right.
also all staring at the camera as they
At the
should
camera.
be. There's no weird behavior with the eyes where they're staring
Right,
straight ahead. That's a
right.
common one, is staring straight at the camera. Um, and those are the things I would look for there in that photo.
Oh, so just,
Real or AI?
yeah, stepped up the other way. All right, here we go. Another one. Real or AI? Oh, look at everybody. They're like, AI. Ah, look at this. Everybody knows. AI, AI, AI. Not a single person thinks that picture is real.
Well, the castle looks so good though. The
I
castle
know.
looks better here than
And it did in the real picture.
this is AI. This one's AI. Yeah,
And
and the
giveaways.
clarity too. You can see how crisp the clarity is. Um, Somebody else mentioned that one of the things that might be what's happening in our brains when we recognize that something is AI is there's like this weird like um difference in definition where it almost looks like different lenses were used in different parts of the picture. The fact that this one person is so blurry, but these guys are all completely in focus. This track up here is completely in focus, but this head is blurry and that's blurry in the background there, but this is perfectly in. It's kind of like a weirdness of like things being in focus and other things not, but it doesn't make sense in the context of a camera lens.
Right. But pretty much
Um,
people are like, yeah, the tracks don't make sense.
where is it?
That is
Where is it?
correct. And
Where's
where
it
is that
going?
one guy sitting? Like, if he's not even, I don't even know where he's
Yeah,
sitting.
but the
So
castle looks real good.
the castle looks good. All right. Real or AI? Real. I got one real. Everybody else is stumped. Hey, lots of people saying it's real. Real. Everybody says it's real, Ayla.
I'm so impressed that this became somewhat, I guess this game got easier when we took out the AI pictures.
I
Um,
know.
which
We're
is
gonna have to
funny
get
because
harder.
like I thought it was too easy before when you had the AI pictures, but we actually got people getting it wrong when it was the AI pictures in there.
Yes, we
Um,
did.
this one, me and Marianne, this is me and Marianne saw this in real life. This is a picture we took at a there's Marianne right there,
That's me.
in the corner
Yep.
here.
Chocolate
Um,
Emporium in Orlando.
we saw this guy and Marianne's like, he looks like AI. Like he just like looks like he was generated by AI. Just the whole costume looked like it was generated by AI. There's the right number of fingers and stuff.
Baby
Those are
speeder.
things I would
Okay.
be looking for. If you're looking at images where there's lots of belt buckles in like art in particular, that's a place I see it a lot. Look at the belt buckle consistency. This belt goes all the way around. There are these little hangy things, but they are consistent with the belts. There's a pocket here. It has a thing in it. The pocket ends, another pocket begins. Um, those are the sort of things that you're looking for. Jewelry is less common in AI generated images. It's not unheard of, but it is less common in
Yeah.
AI generated images naturally. Um, that's what's going on there.
All right. Real or AI? Yeah, now I'm like, man, we should have left them the other way because you're right. We like it.
I deleted the images too, so those are gone to the abyss, Marianne. Yeah, so
Oh
that's okay.
well,
We'll rework it later.
fake looking lettuce. We've had a couple of reels, mostly AI. Too plastic looking. AI. That's a question mark. I don't know.
This one's so like okay. I feel like this one's very
Most
convincing if you look at the details. When you go to look at details, So the answer here, dun dun dun, dun, this is AI.
This is
This
AI.
is this is AI. This one I think is really hard because food artists are really good at making things look perfect. So like I
Yes.
look at this and I think to myself, I bet you could organize a burger to look like this. I bet you could. Um, that being said, nobody did because this isn't real. Um, the the lighting on the meat, I don't know. It was a lot shinier in the original picture because it's, this is a fatty thing. It had a lot more shine on it. Um, I guess the light's coming from a consistent direction,
There's sesame seeds on the bottom bun. Yeah. There was, yeah.
but
The
there
on the
sometimes are
original,
sesame seeds on the bottom bun.
there's a couple over there. The original, the sesame seeds on the top bun were just all hodgepodgey. They weren't
These, right, it's
perfect.
evenly distributed. I think this one's really hard. I mean, the lettuce is consistent thing. Well, I guess this kind of lettuce does merge into the lettuce right there. And,
I don't know.
there might be
But
some merging
yeah.
of lettuce, but
Okay. Let's go to the next
that's
one.
okay.
Well,
Um,
it's 10:48. I just want to make sure we have time for a question.
mm,
All
Real or
right.
AI?
Real or AI? Everybody's saying AI. Okay.
It's the faces for me.
Yeah.
This one is AI.
It is AI.
Um, the faces, the the person is holding their camera, but they're looking at us. Do you see how they're most like this person's not looking at us, but there's a looking at us aspect that's inappropriate, where it's like she wouldn't be looking at this camera. She'd be looking at her phone, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Um, it did get stuff right here, but if you look at this sign's garbled.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see, I'm trying to zoom out a little bit to get the
Get
full,
the full thing in.
yeah.
All right. Real or AI? I got one real and two reels. Everybody else is AI. Real, real, real. Okay.
All right, the answer is bum, ba, ba, ba. This one's AI. This one's so good. This one's so good. Here's a few things. One, this lamp. This lamp,
Yep.
what is happening with this lamp right here? Why is there a lamp inside? It's clearly inside, but it sticks up. I mean, it could be tilted. It's not. The mugs are different sizes. Why are those mugs differently shaped? And what is this right here? Um, this like mug, I don't know if it's a mug or a bowl. I don't think these things know if they're mugs or bowls.
Right.
This handle right here is a flat handle when everything else is knobs. Some of the drawers are flat, but you can see clearly this drawer over here has the same kind of indenting that these guys down here have. Um, it could be a 5 burner stove, so that part doesn't get me as much. There's also this weird handle over here. So you really got to look in the details on these. We're
Yeah.
seeing them a lot in like home decor type situations. They are being used a lot. All right. This one, real or AI?
Everybody's saying this one's real.
Ready?
Everybody says it's real.
All right. Tis. Tis real. This one's real. Things make sense, although AI could definitely generate something close. It's hard. It is hard. All right, this one,
This one,
real or AI?
real or AI? Real. Everybody says it's real. Real, real, real. Yep. Real.
That's so funny that the step that doesn't it kind of look a little yellow? This one is real.
It's real.
This one is real. This one's Marianne. This is Marianne's wedding.
That's my wedding picture.
I mean, we used it because it was like it almost looks like it could be because of
The yellow
the
tone.
yellow tint to it.
No, this one. Here you go. Real or AI with the guy. they're split. I get a lot of reels and I get a lot of real AIs and I don't knows and
I don't know anything anymore. It could be
right.
anything.
No light reflection on the glasses.
Da, da, da,
No
da.
teeth.
It is AI. It is AI. This one's so convincing to me. But again, it is that kind of like dulled, evenly distributed shine upon the face.
Yeah.
What other one did we see here? The smile's a bit
The
wide on the
facial hair is weird. Yeah,
The
it
facial
is.
hair's a bit weird. It's hard though. This one is really convincing.
Right? The
Um,
shirt collar. Yeah, absolutely. But this is what we want you to see. We want you to see this and we want you to understand that it's getting harder. I don't know if you guys have seen, I know on Facebook, like there are all these Sora videos and they look freaking real, but they're Sora. If you see a video and it says Sora on it, that's AI. Please don't believe it.
there's a lot of so one of the
A lot of
subreddits that
this
I
stuff.
follow is Real or AI. It's very fun. And so they get I get to see a lot of things people point out when they're like, that's AI. The videos are just everywhere, the fake videos, and nobody knows if they're real. And like there's a common one where it's like a ring cam. It looks like it's done
Yes.
on a ring cam, but it's
Yes.
not. That's like a real common one people are doing because it gets a lot of engagement on social media, and
Yep.
engagement drives ad revenue.
Yep.
Woo.
Exactly.
Um, and that, my friends,
That is the end. So
is
we're
the
open to
end.
question.
And we are open to questions. And
We
oh,
have
and maybe one last thing I'll tell you. Like, it's not linked on the website. Let me see if I can pull this guy over here. Um, there's a Wikipedia page, Wikipedia Signs of AI Writing. And maybe I'll copy and paste it into the chat in a second. This is really cool. It's like so detailed. This came out after our website had come out. Otherwise, I should go back through and update with some of the things that they came up with here. But they have a lot here. It's fun to look through.
All right.
All right.
So Nancy, I am going to copy a link to the presentation in the chat again for you.
There's the Wikipedia page. And then you got that. Okay.
So yeah.
There was a question earlier. Bill, did you catch that one? Kylie's question?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't with
That's all right.
everything
So if
streaming
you
by
guys
there.
asked a question earlier, could you post it again so we can maybe
Or
catch
you
some
can
of
just,
those?
or you can unmute
Or just
Kylie.
Well,
unmute, yeah.
Ask
no, I
it.
have to unmute her. Hang on.
Well, she was asking about the Oxford comma and if it was common for AI writing to use the Oxford comma.
I like always use the Oxford comma, which
Yes.
to be fair, I also always
I also
use
use the Oxford comma always,
But yes, AI always uses the Oxford comma. I've never seen it not use the an Oxford comma.
all right. Any other questions? There was one. Cal, even with these scenarios, AI overuses new test AI does a better job at summarizing and rephrasing things and clearer. Do we create longer prompts that tells AI specifically not to use? Cal,
So
I don't,
so yes, AI does a lot of things really well. But in terms of like telling AI not to do something, my experience in telling AI not to do something
is
is
it will
that
do
that
it.
forces it to do exactly that thing. It's kind of
Yes,
like when you're like training your 4-year-old to do things, you don't tell them what not to do, you tell them what to do.
yes,
But then it gets kind of hard when there's like you don't want it to use the M dash. So by just saying the word M dash in your prompt, you're like
it,
it's more likely you're going to get M dashes. So it's very difficult. There is a lot of prompt engineering you can do, but honestly, I would say that like uh, in trying to get it to speak a certain way, I haven't seen anyone successfully do it to make it sound human. I really haven't. I'm on these AI prompt subreddits, like I'm consuming a lot of AI content at this point. And the kind of like prompt engineering hacks you see, like none of them are really good, and they all still sound like they were produced by ChatGPT.
right. Well, and Grammarly, the comment is that Grammarly, prompts to correctly use the N dash. Yes, Grammarly is also using AI to help people. So there's that too. So, but yeah, feel free. Ayla and I will talk AI all day.
Oh man, I have so much to say on the topic. My recent deep dive has been very
But yeah,
consuming.
we really just, this is just to help you understand so that when you are consuming content virtually, you know what you're looking at. And you
You'll
know,
see it everywhere.
then you know to question, right? Like, is this real or not? I don't want to read a bunch of garbage. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to look at a bunch of AI garbage. So
That also makes me think that like companies are advertising. When I see like comments on Reddit that are supporting a particular company and it has some of these AI signs in them, that to me says like, oh, the company is using AI to generate comments to post
I
on
share.
Reddit threads to get, um, business for their business.
I want to step in real quick because we are out of time, but I want to thank you guys. This was an excellent presentation. Really enjoyed it. And for those of you who are interested in seeing the video or sharing the video, it'll be out in a couple of weeks. And I have a final question for Ayla. I want to know if when you asked for that headshot, did you ask it to color your hair or did it just enhance the photograph?
I did not ask. I just asked it to make a headshot. Did it give me different colored hair? I
It
didn't
did,
even,
but
Darker.
it was
like it
beautiful.
darkened it.
Your original hair color was beautiful, and I just wondered
Oh,
if
I did not ask for it to do that. That's funny though. I
Nope.
do like my hair darker when I dye it darker though.
All right, everyone, thank you, and we
Thank
hope to
you.
see you again in the next couple days.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.